Hello. Okay. How did I do this? Share screen. Oh man. You're so cute there. Yes. That's my mom's seat, but I think she's gonna run forward. Okay, I can maybe. Okay, I'm gonna try with yeah.
You gotta really shove your arm in. All right, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay in the back? Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm so excited that you guys are all here on Cinco de Mayo. And we're representing SoCal Plexus, which is awesome. Sarah, can you come up? There are stairs, but you want to see me? All right, Sarah. Hi. Yes, I'm Sarah, and I'm so excited for all of you to be here. Plexus is amazing, and I'm just so excited to partake in it with you. So if you would, could you bow your heads and pray with me? All right, dear Lord, thank you so much for this day, Father God, and I thank you just for everyone that's represented in this room, and I thank you for just this amazing opportunity that we're able to share it and partake with, Lord. I pray that you would just bless the speakers and help everyone to be bold, Father God, and to share their testimonies, Lord, the life-changing things that Plexus is doing for their life, and in so many ways. And please give us traveling mercies as we travel home, and just bless this evening. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Okay. Sure. So today's meeting, we just want to give a general disclaimer that it's brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors like many of you, like me and Espling, and it's not necessarily claims that Plexus Worldwide is making. And at Plexus, we want you to know that all the results you hear would vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any disease. Yes. All right. So we are so glad you guys are all here. It's so exciting to see this room packed. I thought it was really cool. I wanted to mention this tonight that about a year ago we had the same opportunity of a lifetime tour, and Helen McFadden came to Southern California, and we met in Rancho Cucamonga in a room like a quarter of this size. And you were there, right, Sylvia? Probably less than 50 people, right? Easily, like maybe 40, maybe not even that. So we are well over maybe close to 150 or so tonight. So woo-woo! Congratulations to all of you. To all of your ground floor. It just goes to show that we are all in the right place at the right time. Plexus is absolutely a ground floor opportunity, and these products are just so necessary. Everybody needs these products. Obesity is on the rise. Diabetes is being called an epidemic, and it's just incredible. You guys are going to hear some amazing testimonies tonight about how Plexus is helping so many people. So with that, I present you Janelle, and we're going to both share our stories tonight. So I know many of you, and I've seen many of you I know on Facebook, but I just want to tell you a little bit about my story and how I got involved with Plexus. In July 2013, I married the love of my life, my handsome husband, and before I got married, I did what most brides do. I lost a bunch of weight. I was very disciplined with my diet, very disciplined with exercise, and then I was very happily married, just baking and eating and eating and eating. And by the time November came around, I gained everything back. And I was really just embarrassed. I was unhappy with the way that I looked. And so at that point, I had seen a friend post about Plexus on Facebook. And by the time I had watched her post for about 6 weeks, I finally decided I just have to try it and see if it'll help me. I'll never know if I don't try. And so at that point, when I decided to jump in, I signed up as an ambassador. I am a teacher with a master's degree, so I had no desire to do the business side at all. All I wanted to do was lose weight. And starting with the products, I did lose all of that weight that I had gained.
And surprisingly, I also lost all of the acid reflux symptoms that I had every day, the symptoms that would make me nauseated, that would make me throw up on a daily basis. I also lost all of the chronic pain that I had in my back from my osteoarthritis. And I started a business, and it was really just through sharing Plexus. In my first week with Plexus, I went silver. I already had a team of people before I had even really been on the products for very long. And again, when we started with Plexus, we were at a place where we couldn't afford it. I was at a place where we were using credit cards to make our ends meet. I was at a place where I was going to bed crying every night because I didn't know how we were going to make ends meet. I didn't know how we would ever pay off our debt, how we would ever pay off those student loans. And just by simply sharing, it has just snowballed. And now we are at a place where I make more than double my teaching income, my teaching with a master's income, and I am due, heavy with child, I am due to give birth to my baby. She's due on Monday, and now, and I'm so incredibly thankful and so incredibly blessed because I have the choice to make if I want to stay home with my baby. I don't have to go back to work. And that is just something that I always dreamed of but never thought it was possible for me, Janelle Espling, to have that in my life. So Plexus has absolutely changed everything for us. And that's just a little bit of my story. So I'll let Stephanie share her story.
Isn't that amazing? Up here. Exactly. Awesome. So I'm Stephanie Murray. I know a lot of you, some of you I don't know so well. I joined Plexus in January of 2014. I'm actually, so Janelle shared Plexus with Erica. Is Erica here today? Hey, Erica! Janelle shared Plexus with Erica. I think you saw it on her Facebook too, right? And then Erica started taking it. She started posting about it on Facebook, and I saw it. And I just wanted to lose some weight, just like Janelle. I had actually lost some weight prior to Plexus. I wanted to fit into this really beautiful ball gown. I starved myself essentially, was doing 2 meal replacements a day. I was working out twice a day. I lost 16 pounds in a couple of months, and I gained it all back in less than a month because I started eating again. So when I saw Plexus, I was at a pretty desperate point. I was really not happy with how I was feeling, and like Janelle, we really didn't have the money for it at the time. I maxed out a credit card to pay for it, and I joined as an ambassador just to get it the cheapest I possibly could. Tonight, I just want to share my testimony in the what if format, so it just kind of gives you the opportunity to put yourself in my shoes. So spoiler alert, I have lost 42 pounds.
She's not starving.
And I'm not starving. Hello. That's starving. So I'm going to share with you some more exciting parts of my testimony, better than 42 pounds lost. So what if a year ago your husband transitioned out of his job in order to go to school and you had to leave your young children to take care in order to work? What if you worked such long hours that even if you were home and your children were awake, you couldn't muster the strength to play with them, or give them a bath, or even stay awake yourself? What if your husband was dealing with increasingly intense post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury symptoms? What if his migraines, fatigue, insomnia, anxiety, and depression meant you're always walking on eggshells around him and wishing things were different? What if you saw a friend post on Facebook about a pink drink that could help you lose some weight? So you decided to try it and it worked for you. What if you weren't expecting it, but your sugar cravings were gone and you actually had enough energy to play with your kids? What if your husband saw you losing weight and decided he wanted to try it too? And what if this simple little pink drink completely changed your life? What if all of your husband's PTSD and TBI symptoms were improved and you actually recognize your husband again after giving up hope of ever seeing the man you married? What if sharing honestly and openly about your Plexus journey led to countless others trying it and having their lives changed too? And what if Plexus paid you for that? What if over 1,000 people decided to join your team and start their journey to health and wellness with you? What if In the first 2 months of sharing, you match your full-time income, and in 3 months, you exceed it. What if for the first time ever, you actually see how it's possible to get out of credit card debt, pay off your student loans, and even go on a few vacations? What if your financial manager tells you you can now afford to fund a life insurance policy that will pay out in the millions at retirement? I'm 25. What if you're so blessed in your health and finances that you will never stop sharing what a life-changing opportunity Plexus is? What if Plexus could change your life too? So that's why I share so passionately. That's my story. And you guys will hear some more. I was 30 pounds down in that thing. I've been on for 14 medications.
That's awesome.
All right. Okay, so with all that said, we always like to kick off our opportunity events with sharing you the business side of Plexus. Neither Janelle or I started Plexus for the business. I just signed up just to get a discount because I couldn't afford it and I needed this product as cheap as possible. Can I get an amen? Amen. All right. However, I always like to share the opportunity first because more people go to bed at night crying or worried about how they're going to make it to their next paycheck than they're worried about the extra 20 pounds on their hip. Can I get an amen? Right? Okay, so we share about this compensation plan. There's 11 different ways that we get paid. We just want to breeze through 3 really quickly with you because 11's a little overwhelming, but we want to share the 3 that we love the most. So, go ahead, Janelle.
The first way people typically get paid is through, basically through commissions. And this is so awesome because it doesn't take a lot of training. All it takes is for you or someone to buy from your website. When I signed up with Plexus, I honestly had no idea what I was doing. All I knew was that it was awesome for people with diabetes, and my mom had diabetes, and my dad wanted to lose weight for my sister's upcoming wedding. So 20 minutes after I signed up, I asked my parents if they wanted to try it, and I had 2 customers right there. And so when you have someone buy from your website, you can earn commission. If you buy or sell under $500, you'll make 15% commission. Once you hit that $500 in volume, then you'll make 25% commission. So most people will make money right away through commission. Many people will state that just a couple of hundred dollars would dramatically change their family's finances. And that's really simple to do with our commission. It's not something that you have to train a lot of people. All you have to do is share the product. And again, 20 minutes after signing up as a Plexus ambassador, I already had commission coming my way.
Awesome. So the second way that we like to share about making money with Plexus is business building bonuses. So PD, selling a product to somebody is a great way to make a really quick income. We love business building bonuses because not only is it a way that we can make long-term income, but who would like to get paid 5 times a month? Actually, I had a meeting recently, and it was mostly school district employees. I think Sarah Bell is in here somewhere. Yeah, most of the people in there were telling me they only get paid once a month. That's crazy. I get a paycheck, and we pay bills, and normally, before Plexus, it's like, oh, we paid our bills. When's the next payday, right? So with Plexus, you have the opportunity to get paid 5 times a month. 4 of those times are with business building bonuses because these are paid every Friday. So the way that you would get a business building bonus is when you're sharing Plexus and someone decides to join your team. When they join your team, they can purchase a welcome pack that is either $99 or $199. And based on that welcome pack, you get a percentage of that welcome pack and you get paid on the following Friday. So easy as that, right? The awesome thing about this is not only is it you when you're signing up somebody, but when you sign up, say I signed up Janelle, and Janelle goes and tells her mom, and her mom decides to join, and her mom buys the welcome pack, Janelle gets a check on Friday, and so do I. And that happens actually 4 levels down. So we get paychecks on Friday. I'm getting a paycheck in a couple of days for people that I didn't know last week, and now they're on our team, and we love them.
And what I love about business building bonuses is, like she said, you get paid every week.
Yeah.
For me, as a school district employee, my money was gone after 8 days into the month. And so that was literally our gas money, our grocery money. It was all the things that every time I would go overdrawn in my account, I was no longer having that happen because I had these small increments of money, which are now much larger, but it really helped us get through to the end of the month.
Totally. That was usually, in the beginning, that was the difference between charging gas to get to work on a credit card or paying with my debit.
Absolutely.
All right. So the third and most exciting way that we get paid, this is my favorite part, is Plexus points. Ambassadors in the room, can I get another amen? Amen. Yeah. All right. Long-term residual income. Who knows what residual income is, right? Yeah. Income that keeps on coming? Okay. Regardless of whether you work, right? So Plexus pay points, we get paid on 7 levels deep, and these pay points accumulate based on how many people are on your team. So it's not necessarily, all these people out there that have to sell a certain amount of money. It's just, it can be a bunch of people on your team that are just taking their own products. They spend about $100 a month on their own product. We love those people. We call them wholesale buyers. They just purchase their own product. You get points for them. Those points accumulate, and at the end of the month, you get paid. The Plexus pay point is based on how much we sell as a whole entire company. So it's really the power of the masses. So the Plexus pay point is guaranteed to never fall below $1.80 per pay point, and it averages somewhere around $3. So, for example, Janelle and I are Emerald ambassadors with Plexus, so that means we had to have at least 1,500 points in our organization. So in the month that we went Emerald, December, we got paid an average of $3 on 1,500 points, just on that one way. Remember, we got paid 11 ways. So if you do the math, that's pretty awesome money, right? Yes. You guys are all still doing math. Yes. Okay. So, did you want to do this one?
Sure.
Okay.
So a lot of times people can think, oh my gosh, 1,000 people on your team. Oh my gosh, you have so many pay points. I don't know that many people. And the great thing is, I don't either. And what's awesome with Plexus is truly, if you just know 3 people and then teach them to get 3 more people, and they're taught to get 3 more people, it exponentially rolls into this huge snowball. So the power of 3 is really essentially not thinking I need 1,000 people on my team. It's thinking who in my life desperately needs the financial freedom or the health freedom that Plexus could provide. So my first 3 friends, Erica was one of my first friends that signed up under me, and I can name a few more people. All I had to do was encourage them to sign up people under them. And by them being active, and active just meaning they're hitting that $100 in personal volume, I get pay points from all those people. And truly, when you think about my level 1s, those would be people that I sign up. Level 2s are not normally people that I know. Level 3s, 4s, to 7 levels. I typically don't know those people personally, except when I meet them at events like this, but I'm still getting paid for all of that, which is so amazing and so awesome. And that's truly the power of network marketing when it's done right. And in other companies, they don't pay you for every single person you sign. You have to have a strong team or a weaker team. But with Plexus, you get paid on all levels, down to 7 levels, which is completely awesome.
Amazing. Okay, we're gonna skip that one tonight. Okay, let's talk about some average income. So it might sound crazy, right? We're saying, okay, 1,500 points at $3 a point, we're making all this awesome money, right? Woohoo! But what I love about Plexus is not only are we up here, sharing with you how we're getting out of student loan debt and credit card debt and changing our lives drastically. I love the number of people in this room and the number of people in Plexus that are ambassadors or silver ambassadors that are making an extra $300, $500, $1,000 a month. That is life-changing money. Because just like we were just saying, that's the difference between being able to pay your bills and being comfortable at the end of the month, or being able to put your kids in soccer when you couldn't afford it last month. Things like that. So
$300 to $500 is truly your water staying on, your electricity staying on. And I have so many friends on my team that has made all the difference. When they first started with Plexus, just that few $100s. So we'd like to recognize some ambassadors in the room. If you are a silver ambassador, would you please stand up? They got their first 3 people to join their team, and as you can see on our annual average income, a senior or silver ambassador makes about $5,000 a year. Silver ambassadors, would you say that's life-changing money? Yes. All right. How about any gold ambassadors in the room? Can you please stand up? Yeah. jump from silver to gold is a big deal because when you become a gold ambassador, you're truly becoming a leader. You have 100 points in your organization. So again, if Plexus is paying $3 per point and you have 100 points, at least 100 points, that's $300 on top of whatever else you're making in the other 11 different ways to make money. That's truly life-changing.
Yeah. And as you can see, gold ambassadors make about $12,000 a year, so that's $1,000 a month. Like, who wouldn't use $1,000 a month, right? I could think of a couple things I'd do with an extra $1,000.
I'm pretty sure as a teacher, I'm not going to get any sort of $1,000 raise per month in the next 10 years, working as hard as I do.
Okay, how about any senior gold ambassadors? Senior gold for making about $23,000 a year, an extra $2,000 a month. That's nice. Awesome. How about any Ruby ambassadors? Do we have any in the room? Yeah! Almost as much as my full-time job. After taxes and all that, yeah? All right. How about senior rubies? These ladies are on the cusp. I know all of them, and I know they're all pushing there, ready for emerald. They're Maui Bound. Did you get your picture with Maui Bound? Yes, awesome. Senior Ruby ambassadors making $51,000 a year on average. That's insane. That can replace an income, right? That can bring you home to your baby. Okay. Oh my gosh, I didn't share that part. I have to share. Okay, let's share emeralds. So emerald ambassadors. Are there any emeralds in there? I'm pretty sure there's not. Okay, so as emerald ambassadors, that's what Janelle and I are. The average income for an emerald ambassador is $119,000 a year. That has tripled my income from my full-time job, and I'm so excited that I have a date. May 29th, I will be retiring. 25 years old, I can't wait to be home with my baby. So that's what it's all about, right? Life-changing money.
And as an Emerald Ambassador, you get some other perks.
Yes.
Oh,
we'll talk about that.
Okay, I'll wait. But I mean, truly, again, I think about my teaching income. I can teach for 10 years and never see that type of income. And I didn't join teaching for the money. I joined teaching because I love to teach. I love kids. But I also love this gig with Plexus because I get paid really, really well. And I can do it in my pajamas or my yoga pants or soon to be breastfeeding my little baby.
All from Scroll Face.
Yes.
Sapphire and Diamond are the two top levels in our company. Janelle and I are pushing really hard for Sapphire. We'll make it well within this year, and we're going to hopefully hit Diamond before the end of the year as well. Our awesome upline, Melissa Eichenhorst, is in Texas, and she is our Diamond ambassador. Some of you are from different downlines. Tom McFadden, that's amazing. So, yep, Diamond money. I saw a comparison the other day, and I think it was like surgeons make like, I don't know, less than a Diamond ambassador. They went to school, which is, Janelle talks about all the time. How long did you go to school, Janelle?
I got my bachelor's in 4 years and my master's in 3 years, and I have a mountain of debt as a result. And if I were to ever want to make $120,000 a year, I would have to go back, get my admin credential, which I don't want to be a principal ever in my life. But really, if I wanted to stay at my same school, there's only one principal. There's not room for me. The amazing thing with Plexus is that there's room for everybody at the top. And so I just want to encourage you guys to dream big because this is absolutely possible with consistency and time, even if it takes you 5 years. 5 years is nothing. I went to school for 7, expecting not to make that much money. So commit to it because this opportunity is truly, truly amazing.
Awesome. So, as you know, wanted to jump ahead and share with you guys. So when you reach Emerald as an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus, there are some awesome Plexus perks. So you can go ahead and share since we're so excited.
Well, I love driving my Plexus Lexus, and that's largely because I had a 2006 Toyota Corolla with 180,000 miles that I would pray over almost every day. I didn't put any more money into it, even though Corollas are great cars. Every day I'm like, I can't believe this is my car. This is so weird. I'll pull up to places and think like, this is my car. This is crazy. Yeah. And so it's such a blessing to have a luxury car and to have Plexus pick up the tab.
Yeah. Amen. All right. Also, when we reach Admiral status, we get to go on an all-expenses paid trip to Maui. So both of us are about ready to book our ticket. We're going in September. It's completely paid for, first class. I mean, we're staying at the Fairmont in Maui with the ocean view. I can't even fathom. It's going to be amazing. And it's all paid for by Plexus.
And the longer you're around Plexus, you realize that Plexus doesn't do anything bootleg. They don't do anything ghetto. And so when they do things, they do it big and they do it beautiful. And so I'm excited because I can go to Hawaii and get like the cheapest fare and stay in the cheapest hotel. But this is going to be on Plexus' side, so it's going to be the nicest vacation I've probably ever had.
Yeah, sure. Also, a few little extras. So Plexus is always sweetening the deal for ambassadors. Last October, they had a promotion that you just have to get 3 new customers and 3 new ambassadors every month, which is most of our normal, that's our goal for each month anyway. And if you did that, you got a free iPad, a Plexus branded iPad. Who got an iPad last October? Yeah! Woo! Awesome. I feel like, okay, you get an iPad. You get an iPad. Awesome. What did I do? Okay. All right. Convention. If you're an ambassador in the room, who's excited about convention? Last year we went to convention. That was us in the bottom left corner. That was our entire team. That was me, Janelle, Erica, and our upline Jamie, my mom, and my best friend, and Janelle's best friend, and Carol. And Carol was there. She but so when you go to convention, not only does the Plexus host this awesome training opportunity, it's really great for ambassadors to learn and glean off each other and just catch the vision. But you're going anyway. But Plexus gives you the opportunity to earn all these extras. So we were able last year. We were able to earn our entire trip basically paid for. We paid for our own hotel and food, but we were able to earn a $300 travel credit that paid for our airfare to Dallas. We earned this beautiful winner's dinner. It was a fancy dinner. Who doesn't love getting dressed up? They had entertainment there. It was so nice. Extra swag, all this fun stuff. They're doing the same thing again this year. And throwing another extra fancy gala. They're just always making it above and beyond and blowing expectations out of the water. Very similar event, but you had to earn the right to go to it with Leaders Retreat. Go ahead.
And Leaders Retreat, again, was at this beautiful, stunning resort in Florida. And so we had the opportunity, again, just by simply doing what we were going to do anyway, just by building our businesses, we were able to earn Leaders Retreat. So we were able to earn airfare there. We were able to earn just this beautiful stay. You got to choose what type of excursion you wanted to do. So me and my best friend got to go to Disney World. When do I ever get to go to Disney World for free? Stephanie and her husband got massages, and it was just a beautiful weekend of being pampered simply for just building my business.
What we love anyway. And I was able to earn a giant $2,000 check. And mostly I just wanted the giant check. I didn't care what the number was. It's really fun getting that home in the airplane, and now I don't know what to do with it. It's like sitting on the wall, I don't know. What was more incredible about Leaders Retreat for me last year, again, I shared with you guys, just like Janelle, we were paying bills with credit cards when I started Plexus in January. By November, this Leaders Retreat, I was able to earn it, so we paid for my own ticket. Plexus paid for my own ticket, but with my Plexus income, I was able to take my husband and my 2 boys to Disney World for a week after Leaders Retreat. It was incredible. Sorry. If you have kids in the room, when they're little, you want to do things with them. And being at the point we had these big dreams and wanted to take them everywhere and show them the world, but when you don't have the income to do it, it's just a dream that someday maybe we'll be able to do that. And they'll probably be teenagers by then and won't appreciate it. But my 3-year-old at Disney World and talks about it every day. So. Oh, and final, last but not least, our husbands, they're not just up there to be cute.
Although we think they're pretty cute.
They are pretty cute. Go ahead.
So one really awesome thing about Plexus is that once you hit a level of gold, you have the opportunity to have your spouse sign up under you in your business. So that might not sound like a big deal to you if you've not done network marketing before. I didn't really think it was a big deal because I had no clue what that meant, but now I get it. Because when you sign your spouse up under you, when they have pay points, because they're under you, you also have their pay points. So they're getting paid, and you're also getting paid on what they're getting paid on. You're absolutely double dipping.
Double dipping.
When they get a building bonus for signing up a new ambassador, they get that money, and so do you.
So we're getting paid like 10 times a month.
Exactly. So, and it's a beautiful thing because when they rank advance all the way up to Emerald, they can also get a Plexus Lexus. So we could have 2 in our driveway. They also get a trip to Maui that they can even gift we could give to our parents. And they'll also get the residual income that we're able to get. And so it's pretty mind-boggling that Plexus allows us to do that, and it's legitimate, it's not shady in any way, but most companies will not allow you to have your spouse sign up under you, but Plexus does.
Awesome. So, with all that said, obviously our journeys are amazing, but I just want you guys to
add
hear.
one more thing?
Oh, go
I'm
for
sorry.
it.
So, I just want to share a little bit about one of my dreams that has come true with Plexus. So I joined Plexus on November 30th. 2013 was Black Friday that weekend. And I started listening to trainings online. I just got interested in what this whole Plexus thing was about. And in December, I was listening to a training and I looked at my husband and I said, this thing is the real deal. If we could really get paid the way they're saying that we could get paid, we should build a rescue home in Thailand. And very emotional. I believe God puts big dreams in our heart. And so many times we have these dreams in our heart, and it just seems so far and so impossible. And I wanted it so bad, but I'm a teacher. We weren't even making it in our own home. How could we help somebody else? And as my journey with Plexus just snowballed, it became something that could be a reality. So this past summer, God put it on my heart to ask other ambassadors, would you like to partner with me? Why would I do this myself when others could partner with us? And so I have some friends that are missionaries, and they have a home in Thailand called Thrive. And essentially they rescue little girls and little boys from the sex trade. And they told us it would take $70,000 to start another home. And so I asked some ambassadors, I asked Stephanie, I asked some other friends, and I said, would you want to do this with me? And they all said yes. And that's one of the things I love about the Plexus community. It's like no other community I've been part of, where people are just cheering for you and so supportive and so loving, not catty and not trying to tear you down, but encourage you. And so we started this campaign, I think the end of August, and just a few weeks ago, I can proudly say that we have a Plexus Gems Thrive home that they've signed the lease and And I think it's such a profound statement in an industry that is dominated by women in network marketing, for us to reach our hand out to the sex trade industry that is dominated by little girls, and to be able to take this blessing that we've received and rescue them out of a life of horror into a life of hope, and where they can dream new dreams. So that's my huge, big God dream that has come true, and it's only going to get better because we're only going to do more, because God has truly blessed me, and so I just want to be a blessing, and so many other ambassadors feel the same way, and so it's truly life-changing on so many levels. Absolutely.
So with that, now I would like to bring up Amber Hargett. She's the senior gold ambassador on our team. I want her to share with you her financial testimony, because ours is incredible. We're making 6 figures a year now, and that's awesome. But like I said, that $300, $500, $1,000 a month can truly do some amazing things. So Amber, I'm going to give you this microphone. She's going to share your
Oh man, I was already emotional. I almost got to the like. So my name is Amber Hargett. I am a senior gold ambassador. I started in Plexus in the summer, but I seriously did nothing with it until Black Friday. So November 31st, Aaron said, I'm going to try this thing. And I said, okay, me too. So we started, and it's done amazing things for me. I'm losing weight. My daughter is being helped with ADHD. But today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what it's doing for me financially. I married at 19, and when you marry at 19, you struggle. So we started struggling very young. But then about 5 years into marriage, I had a miscarriage in 2008. And I got very depressed at that time, and my job was very stressful, and I already had 2 children, so I quit my job, and I just thought, I'm going to stay home with my kids. I can't do this anymore, so I quit my job. Well, I didn't know that a few months down the road, my husband would lose his job. So in 2008, like so many people at that time, we lost our house. We spent the next 5 years moving every year from house to house in search of cheaper and cheaper rent. It was a super hard time in our life. Our marriage barely made it. We helped start a church in which we were attacked. I mean, it was a very hard time. And then we both got full-time jobs, but it was just too late. We were too far in debt. We couldn't undo the past. It was just getting farther and farther every month in debt. So then one day, when some of the hard stuff was the little things that you don't realize, like my daughter's wanting to go to birthday parties and just saying, no, we have to bring a present. We can't go. Being like, God has given me a heart to give, and always feeling like I want to help that person, but I couldn't even help myself. And so in the summer last year, I saw somebody losing weight on Plexus. Well, I thought, okay, well, I'm desperate. I've gained all this weight. I'm going to charge it. I'm going to, put everything. My husband said, you have 3 months. We can afford this. You can charge it for 3 months. So it started to work. I started to lose weight. And soon I was being promoted every other month. Within 2 months of trying at the business, when we said, okay, we're going to actually try now. Within 2 months, I was making as much 2 hours a day. I would get up before I went to work for an hour. When my girls went to bed, I'd work for an hour. Within 2 months, I was making as much as my full-time job. I just recently put in my 2-week notice at my job. Yeah, it was exciting. They kind of came back and whatever, so I said, all right, I'll go part-time, and I'm going to be off when my girls are off of school. So that is something, so the minute they're out of school, I'm going to be there. And I'll be able to take them to little activities that I was never able to take them to before. So I'm able to afford to stay home now, and I'm just so thankful for what Plexus has done and brought into my life.
That's so amazing. And she's one of, I think, like 3 or 4 people that I've talked to in the last couple of weeks that are ready to leave their job or go part-time. It's just incredible. It feels really good to help people do that. I mean, I didn't have a direct hand, but it's the awesome, like, domino effect of network marketing. I help somebody who helps somebody. It got down to Amber, and now she's saying we're kind of busy. So, really briefly, we just want to go through a few common questions that we get about the business side of Plexus. So, a few questions are, is it expensive? What if I tried network marketing before it didn't work? Or what if I'm not a salesperson? These are just some common concerns that we hear a lot.
So the first thing we always hear is it expensive? And truly, if you thought about opening up a new business, a new hair salon, a new daycare, think about the type of loan that you would have to get to make that happen. You don't have to do that to start a business with Plexus. Even in comparison to many network marketing businesses, you don't have to buy a $500, $1,000 kit. All you have to do is pay a $34.95 annual fee and take the products, which is phenomenal. Plexus doesn't require that you have parties. It doesn't require that you give out so many samples. I know many people that are in businesses where they are required to give out samples, so they're actually spending more than what they're making every single month. But my favorite thing is that you don't have to carry stock. And I can just send everybody to my website rather than carrying a ton of product and have to do transactions with people all the time.
And hoping that you'll sell it. You know, you have a closet full of junk that you're just praying you can sell.
And so truly, to start as a business, it's very inexpensive. I mean, if you just think about how much what you bought that cost $34.95, that's going to the movies, that's going to dinner. I mean, we waste that on a sale at
Target.
Target dollar bin section. $34.95 is gone like that. But if you can invest it in your future, in your family's future, that could pay over 100, 1,000. I'm not good at that.
No.
times over.
Awesome. The other question we get a lot, what if I'm not a salesperson? I think that's great. We don't want salespeople. I'm not a great salesperson. Janelle is not. You know, it's just the furthest thing from our nature. However, what I do all the time, I am always on Facebook. I'm always sharing products that I love. If we go to a new restaurant that's so awesome, of course I'm taking a picture of my food and hashtagging it. So it's just been a natural transition. Plexus, you know, starting to share Plexus was just sharing something that I was excited about. I was feeling good. I was starting to lose weight. You know, I had energy to play with my kids. I'm not craving sugar anymore. I'm just posting about it on Facebook. And that's all it is. We share this opportunity, these products with other people, and we don't sell anything. And the awesome thing is, people come to you. You know, I've never had to track anybody down. I've never had to hunt anyone. I share, and if they like what I have, what they see me doing, then they come to me.
And I think the nice thing is, just piggybacking off of that, is that when you see someone sick, when you see someone crying because they're in pain every single day, when you see someone struggling to pay their bills, and you have this amazing opportunity in your hand, why would you not share it? And I don't approach a lot of people, but I feel sometimes led to share with people. And if they tell me no, cool, we're still friends, I'm not offended, our relationship is still the same. But if you have this amazing gift in your hand, why would you hide it away from someone when it can completely transform their entire life?
Okay, the last question that we get here, or that we hear a lot, is what if I've tried network marketing before? How many of you have ever done direct sales or network marketing before? Wow, I have as well, done a couple. Like I said, I got that closet full of junk still that I can't get rid of. But Plexus is completely different. Like I said in the beginning, it's the right place at the right time. It's the right products. People need these products. Just like she said, you know, we see people all the time that are sick or hurting, need energy, need to pay their bills. I shared in the beginning, so many people are overweight. Diabetes is an epidemic. These products are helping people. It's just completely different than anything I've ever done before, and the comp plan is completely different. You know, we're getting paid money. We're not getting paid in products. You know, we're not getting half of what, you know, the work that we're putting in. We're getting abundantly blessed.
And you know, the thing that's so different about Plexus is that people need it. You don't need lip gloss. You don't need a new purse.
Nope.
You don't need whatever.
$50 necklace.
I spent a lot of money on some necklaces lately to support somebody that I love. Truly, I mean,
Thank you.
yes. And I mean, and I'm not saying anything bad about those companies. I love my friends that do that work, but I'm not going to live or die over a necklace. These are products that literally people need to survive, that could change their life, that could make someone live longer to watch their grandkids grow up. I mean, and you get them monthly. So it's not a one-time, hey, I met you at a show and I'm going to buy a bunch of fill in the blank. This is something people need. And that is one thing that truly sets it apart. And just one more tidbit on the health side. You know, there are many other awesome health companies, but Plexus truly reaches many people, not just the people that want to work out in the gym 2 hours a day, every day, not just the people that don't want to eat food and just want to have meal replacements. Plexus,
People that want to be wrapped up in a saran wrap taco.
And again, I'm not knocking the other company because I support so many other people in their business, rock it all day long. But truly, our company is so set apart and so different because it truly changes lives, and it's necessary for most people, for many people, to improve their health.
Okay, and with that, just like she was saying, the products are incredible. We want to share some awesome testimonials with you. We just want to do a real quick, just disclaimer again, just to remind you that Plexus is not trying to cure or treat any diseases. We always recommend you check with your doctor. So with that, we want to share the testimonial with you.
And this testimonial is really dear to my heart.
Sorry.
It's really dear to my heart because my mom has diabetes. And if you know anything about diabetes, it doesn't just get better. And so this is Jeff Welch's story.
Hi, my name's Jeff Welch. I'm 51 years old and I'm a type 1 diabetic. I developed type 1 diabetes in February of 1984. At that point, it kind of hit me. It's like, wow, my life's never going to be the same. I'm going to have to carry these needles, these syringes, these vials of medication with me everywhere I go. High blood sugars for the diabetic have long-term effects that are perilous. If you live your life with high blood sugars consistently and high hemoglobin A1C reading, you're going to have diabetic complications, period, end of story. I developed frozen shoulder, and I could not move my shoulder. I mean, I couldn't even move it up 2 inches without a lot of pain. And I just kind of lived with it for a little while, until I got on the basketball court and couldn't use my left hand anymore. I'm used to using my left hand. We were introduced to Plexus by our oldest daughter, Amber. Started taking the Plexus Slim on a Monday, consistently taking it every day. 3 days later, my blood sugar was normal. And since that time, my blood sugar in the mornings has had a range of anywhere from 60 to 110, which is exactly where the diabetic wants to be. About a month and a half, 2 months ago, I'm on the court, and I made a move to the basket and laid it up left-handed. And I said, that's the first time I've done anything with my left arm. And I just kind of noticed it. Before that, I didn't really notice it, but I was able to stretch it straight up and down, straight out, everywhere. And nothing changed during that time. My diet didn't change, my exercise routine didn't change, nothing, no other supplements or what have you. Just Plexus Slim. We have nutritionist friends, we have doctor friends, we have chiropractor friends that have looked at the ingredients closely and are sold on it and give the thumbs up, both thumbs up on it. I look ahead now, rather than being on the statistical realm of dying when I'm 60 and not being able to spend any time with my grandchildren, now I can probably live to be 80, 85, just like anybody else. It was such a vital thing to our family and such a wonderful thing, and now I have much more to look forward to.
Really fun fact, that's actually the husband of the other Jewel in California. She's a Diamond Ambassador in Northern California. So, if you can switch back to our slides really quick. Okay, we are going to play for you a product, our company's product video. If you could go back to, so go ahead and pull out your raffle tickets, and when we start playing the video, make sure you're paying attention because there will be a test. Janelle's the teacher, and she is pretty hard. So pay attention to the video. That's okay, and you're gonna have to answer some questions after. Here we go. That's right. Okay, y'all ready? Here we go. And we used to go through every single product, right? And it just took forever and it's really boring. But our awesome company makes it so easy to work this business. All you have to do is press play, and they'll tell you all about all these amazing products.
Plexus Worldwide offers a select group of health products that bring something truly unique and special to our ambassadors and customers. Anchored by the bestseller Plexus Slim, this weight loss drink is the one everyone is talking about. Known as the pink drink, these tasty fruit-flavored crispies mix easily with water. The highlight ingredients include Garcinia cambogia, alpha-lipoic acid, and chlorogenic acid, all in a blend that's responsible for the amazing testimonials of changed lives and countless before and after pictures. Joining Plexus Slim is Accelerator Plus, a daily capsule that joins forces with Slim to enhance the weight loss process with ingredients known to help modulate the reduction of body fat and suppress appetite. Accelerator Plus is effective in a mild way for those who need to avoid supplements that are overstimulating. When you want to add a whole dimension of energy to your weight loss journey, our other companion to Plexus Slim is Plexus Boost. Formulated to turn up the thermogenic thermostat, and give you a whole new energy gear. Boost contains Caralluma fimbriata, an edible cactus that has been traditionally used by tribal East Indians for years to suppress hunger and enhance endurance through increased energy. It has now been clinically proven to suppress appetite, reduce body weight, and increase energy intake. Plexus Boost also contains yerba mate, which has been shown to be a stimulant, diuretic, and it may assist with weight management. The high genevieve used in Plexus Boost is sourced from tangerine peel and lotus seed extract and has been shown to increase energy. Plexus Boost is sure to live up to its name, helping deliver the weight loss results you want and the energy you need. Plexus Block is the effective way to reduce post-meal blood sugar naturally. Block contains the active ingredient NC2, the only available starch and sugar blocker proven to reduce post-meal blood sugar levels by up to 48%. Plexus Block may help support healthy blood glucose levels, help reduce the glycemic index of foods you have already eaten, and it even helps inhibit starch and table sugar digestion and absorption. How your body deals with dietary sugars and carbs plays a very important role in your weight loss and weight management. Now Plexus Block is here to support your metabolism and control post-meal blood sugar. Plexus X Factor is a new generation of multivitamin. This complex of essential vitamins is mixed with a blend of aloe vera sources that deliver aloe in its ultimate form. When aloe and vitamins are together, the aloe increases the absorption of the vitamins, so you actually get the benefits where they count. It's like a turbocharged vitamin. This multivitamin contains New Zealand blackcurrant, one of the highest potency antioxidants on earth, and it also gets the amplified effect of the aloe. Plexus X Factor can be the new secret weapon for taking your health to a new level. Plexus X Factor family chewables contain the same multivitamin complex and New Zealand blackcurrant antioxidants as Plexus X Factor. These chewable tablets are fruit flavored and deliver a very potent antioxidant compound, a unique benefit in a chewable type vitamin. ProBio 5 is a clear signal that Plexus Worldwide is serious about addressing your health from a wide variety of directions. Many influences in our daily lives compromise the health of our intestinal flora, home to the biggest part of our immune system. We take antibiotics, breathe pollution, and eat highly processed foods, which weaken the flora in our intestinal tract. ProBio 5 is formulated with a rich blend of probiotics and enzymes to recharge your system with friendly disease fighters and immunity builders. BioCleanse is a gentle but effective bowel cleanse for daily use. Good regularity seems to have an important role in weight loss and overall quality of health. BioCleanse isn't harsh or irritating. Its oxygenating action helps its ingredients work comfortably and effectively. Fast Relief Capsules are nature's approach to inflammation. The formula gives your body the tools to quiet the flare-ups we often have with soreness and aches and pains. It contains Everol, which is the extract of New Zealand greenlet mussel. This substance has a long history of reducing inflammation among the indigenous Maori tribes of New Zealand, and now you can enjoy the help provided by this natural ingredient. Fast Relief Cream is an all-natural proprietary blend of ingredients for fast and temporary topical relief. It's easy to use, absorbs quickly, and it's non-greasy, even has a pleasant scent. Fast Relief Cream also contains Everol from the New Zealand greenlet mussel. Fast Relief Nerve Support is a dietary supplement in capsule form that is targeted to provide the body with a nutrient blend intended to support nerve health and function. Many people have discomfort caused by nerve issues, and if certain nutritional factors are absent, they may benefit from Fast Relief Nerve Support, which delivers what nerves rely on for strength and healthy function. Plexus 96 is a protein-rich snack drink mix that is enhanced with vitamins and minerals and an ideal amino acid profile. This is the fast and easy way to get a healthy snack in your weight loss journey that helps you reach your goals rather than holding you back. Plexus 96 comes in both delicious chocolate and vanilla flavors. Plexus Body Cream is a unique skin revitalizer that is filled with rich ingredients. Your skin will benefit from aloe, sweet almond oil, grapeseed oil, evening primrose oil, lavender oil, and rose oil. Plexus body cream also contains spirulina algae and activated charcoal, and it's ideal for use by both men and women. The Plexus Breast Check Kit is a patented and uniquely constructed material that allows home breast self-exams to be done with much greater effectiveness. It creates a sensory touch magnification that helps increase hand sensitivity.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Hit the kick real quick. Okay, everybody have your raffle tickets ready? Everybody's paying attention? Oh, we gotta get. Oh, we have more. I was wondering. Okay, these are late numbers. Can I get? Okay. Awesome. Oh yeah, of course. Drop it in. Con. Okay. Can you use the little orange key at the bottom? Oh. Well, now Connie gets two answers. And then hit the right. On the right. Perfect. Okay, everybody was paying attention, right? We got some awesome giveaways. Okay, so I'm gonna read the questions. You guys just shout out the answers, and if you guys get it right, then we'll draw for a winner. This product will help you lose weight by burning fat, not muscle. It will also keep blood sugar, cholesterol, and lipids at healthy levels. It will increase your willpower over food and reduce binge eating. This product is known as the pink drink. What is it? Plexus!
All right. So winner is 349506.
You have to scream when you win. I can't.
506.
All right. Yep, those together. Slim block and a water bottle. I think Erica. All right, number 2. Which two products are companion products to the Plexus Slim that assist in healthy weight loss process? All right.
349434.
434. You have to scream or you don't get the prize.
Speak up or I keep.
You're I guess you don't want a breast check, kid.
434
and a 3D
All
All right.
Okay. So we're moving on.
All right. So we have 349.
Was that you? 434?
434.
Come on, guys. Come on down. Okay. Number 3. What is the Zealand Black Currant extract?
Extract.
It's an antioxidant. It's an antioxidant.
All right.
All right. We have 349618.
You got blocked. Woohoo! Awesome. Number 4. Which product is formulated in the rich blood probiotics and enzymes to recharge your system with disease fighters and immunity builders? I haven't been singing over a year.
I also say that I work with the sick kids, and all of my staff got sick. All of my students got sick multiple times. 9 months pregnant, did not get sick once. So the winner is 349424.
X Factor 3-day trial.
424.
Which two products would you recommend for someone who lives in chronic pain like arthritis, fibromyalgia, migraine? And capsules.
Oh no.
Oh, woo!
Like that fell on the ground, I'm not picking it up.
Selfie.
Alright. 349433.
You better scream or you're not getting it.
Alright.
I use that on my 2-year-old eczema. Probiotics.
349454.
Who doesn't love free stuff, right? Okay, so at this time, we want to ask if we've got maybe a max of 10 people who want to share their 30-second testimonials with the room. If you are interested in sharing your 30-second testimonials, get up right now and run up here, and we have a microphone for you. Give us a 30 seconds. It has to be 30 seconds. We're gonna hold the mic, and someone's gonna throw a water bottle, and you go over 30 seconds. Come on, Ashley. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Hi, my name is Amy McGinnis, and my 30-second testimony. I have fought with chronic headaches, migraines, and chronic constipation since the 4th grade, and I've had stomach issues and gluten intolerance since then. Since starting Plexus, I have not had a migraine, and I've been with Plexus for 16 months. I still fight with headaches, but not every day or even weekly, so no more chronic headaches, which is life-changing, praise God, yes. And since starting Plexus, I started going to the bathroom every single day.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Beth Nelson. I am a twice breast cancer survivor. I had high blood pressure up in the 180s. It is now down in the 110s. I had high cholesterol up over 250. It's now under the 200s. Praise God. And I am down 10 pounds. Yay. So Plexus has been a way big, humongous life changer for me, and I am Plexus for life. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Melanie. I've been on I've been on Plexus for just under 4 months, but
Yep. Okay, 30 seconds. Okay, so Plexus under 4 months. I was diagnosed with lupus nephritis in May of 2009. I went through chemo. I, by God's grace, had a baby, and I, as of last week, have no more protein in my urine. I don't know about you, but to check your pee every day and see it frothy is not a good thing. But now we have a better chance to have another baby, and my husband's excited for that. But I'm super excited, and with go Plexus.
Would you guys agree this is absolutely life-changing, and you do not need this kind of life change in your life?
I'm Tina. I'm also a double breast cancer survivor. Tried sending, tried getting had it twice. But from chemo and radiation, I've had neuropathy in my hands and feet. I own a pizzeria, so whoever could now eat pizza, yay. Beyond that, I work a gazillion hours, and I can now no longer have pain in my hands and my feet. I have had IBS since they used to call it irritable, spastic colon. I was like 6 until I started Plexus in August of last year. So that's amazing. But I've had no headaches, no pain. I have energy, which is amazing because chemotherapy and radiation in 2010 sucked it right out of me. Never got it back. My doctor said, "Welcome to your new life." So this is my new life with Plexus.
Hi, I'm Monica, and I've been on Plexus 6 weeks. I lost 14 pounds.
Yeah.
I haven't had a migraine since I started taking it. My mom, she has diabetes. I see her have more energy. She's been taking it slim, and I also use it for the ProBio 5, and I also I'm going to go to the bathroom every day. That's really awesome. And so I'm loving it, and I'm loving the extra income too. Yeah, it's a big house, and that reduces fluid space. It's good.
Hi, everybody. I'm Trina Birch. I'm a Plexus ambassador, and I started when she introduced me to it. But I started to lose weight. That's the whole reason I got into it. But I have countless things that I could ramble on, but I won't. Better energy, more sustained energy, sleeping through the night, which was awesome. But my big one was my food allergies. 3 years ago, I lost all ability to eat fruits and vegetables at all. I couldn't have milk, soy, peanuts, almonds. I'm sure there was other things, can't remember. But after being on the triplex combo, ProBio 5, BioCleanse and the Slim for about 3 or 4 months. I had my first strawberry in 5 or 6 years, and I didn't have a reaction. Then I started introducing things, and now I'm having cooked vegetables across the board, some raw fruits, and I can have milk, almond milk again, thank you, Lord. And it's just been awesome. So it just keeps getting better.
I didn't start Plexus and know that I was going to be trained that food allergies would go. Like, that's insane.
My name is Cindy Morin, and I am a type 1 diabetic. I don't have a huge testimony, but my friend Maureen introduced me to it on Facebook, and I saw that she was having more energy and how important it was for her and her husband to have it next to her bed every morning. I thought that must be pretty, important and pretty effective. So I was struggling with just having energy. I ate pretty good, but I just wasn't able to lose weight. So I lost about 10 to 15 pounds somewhere in there because that wasn't important to me. I just wanted some energy. And in the process, I also just got more joint mobility. And I don't know, just I don't have to take a nap every afternoon, just every time I pass my bed. My husband's testimony, he's lost a few pounds, but his main testimony is that he just feels like he has his wife back, and I'm not that. And my kids have, just noticed that I'm not as irritable, and which is really important to me. I mostly did it for my family. And weight loss.
Hi, I'm Carla. I've lost 40 pounds. I've lost anxiety. I've lost migraines. I've lost knee pain. My 2-year-old had chronic constipation from the time he was born. And if you ever live with a baby with constipation, that's miserable. The whole family was miserable. He's no longer had that due to the probiotic. But more importantly, similar to Amber, my husband lost his job. And we lost our home. We lost our car. We were continually moving for a better place, cheaper rent, and now we don't have to do that anymore.
Hello, my name is Jackie Ferguson, and I joined Plexus hoping to lose some baby weight. I had a baby, and I couldn't lose weight, and I didn't even know that it was a product that helps regulate blood sugar levels. And I was a person who battled with hypoglycemia, low blood sugar crashes every day. And about a week into Plexus, I realized how every day my sugar wasn't crashing, and I wasn't having to carry snacks with me everywhere I went. And I've been able to lose 32 pounds. So that's what Plexus has done.
Amazing, right? Incredible. Some amazing. So much more than weight loss, right?
Yeah.
I just started because I thought, oh, I need to lose weight, and so many of you did the same. So weight loss is pretty cool, though, so we wanted to share with you. Sitting in the room, and this doesn't include our few latecomers, but sitting in the room, we have lost 1,423 pounds together. And we're off of 54 medications.
And I think the amazing thing again is we're not selling lip gloss.
Hey,
this is life changing. I didn't sign up to do this.
Yep.
I signed up to lose a few pounds. But I mean, the amazing thing is I get to be part of that, and I get to be part of life changing stories, people getting their life back.
Yes.
Thank God for that.
Yes. Okay, so real briefly, just like with the business, we want to run through a few questions that we get often. Is it expensive? Will it work for me? And is it FDA approved? And is it safe? So, is it expensive? Well, Janelle and I today, while we were getting ready for this event, we stopped at a little juice bar, like a raw, vegan, whatever juice bar, and the guy wanted to sell me some detox water. And I'm like, oh, I'll buy this detox water for $15. Why not? And then he tried to sell me the bikini ready system where all you do is drink water and juice for however long, and it was
$45 a day.
$45 a day. Like, you know, we just do that and not eat.
And he said, yeah, you'll lose weight. And I'm like, I would hope so if you're just drinking water and juice every day. I'm paying $45 a day. You might as well give me some liposuction.
So, it was like expensive. It depends on your perspective. $47 a day. You know, like it just depends. If it's something you need, if you're hearing all these people up here, if it is helping you reverse your food allergies, if it is giving you energy to play with your kids, does it matter what it costs? Obviously, when it comes down to it, it does, but you know, you'll make do. You'll figure it out if it's something that you need. We all have vices. Before Plexus, I was going to Starbucks twice a day because it was so exhausted. I would stop at Starbucks on my way into work. I would guzzle coffee all day long. I would drive home in the evening and stop at Starbucks so that I would be awake through bath time and then crash. Within a week of being on Plexus, I stopped going to Starbucks completely. That saved me more than I spent on Plexus alone. Okay. Is it safe? A lot of people ask this, and we just read it straight from the slide, pretty much. They're the most safe and most natural way to lose weight and get healthy, but we always suggest that you talk with your doctor because they know your medical history and what medications you're taking. Is it FDA approved? I love this one.
Okay, if you have ever in your whole life taken a vitamin, raise your hands. Which is most of I used to take Flintstone vitamins.
Yeah, me too.
Do you know that those vitamins are not FDA approved? The reason being it's the Food and Drug Association Administration. So Plexus is not a food and it's not a drug. Therefore, we are neither approved nor disapproved by the FDA, and neither is your emergency or any vitamin you'll find on the shelf at Rite Aid, Walgreens, Walmart, or Lowe's.
And the final question that we get all the time is, will it work for me? And that's a question only you can answer. There's a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you might as well give it a shot. You've heard all of these testimonies up here. You've heard Janelle and mine. And I just want to share with you one final testimony. So I want to invite our friend Erin. She flew all the way here from Oklahoma just to share her story. She's a trooper, and it's just so important. Yep, she's amazing. So she's going to share with you. This is
Your microphone, maybe?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were mine too. When it was green.
Okay. I'm just going to ask you to kind of put yourself in my shoes for a minute. And I'm going to get out my Kleenex. What if, when you looked through a picture album and every time you saw a certain picture, you thought, that is the last time I felt good? What if, when you look at that picture, you also thought, that was the last time I remember feeling like a good mom? What if that picture was taken 8 years ago? What if, right after that picture was taken, your doctor put you on a medication that would send your body reeling headfirst into an autoimmune disease that would not be correctly diagnosed until 2 years later? What if, despite medication and perfect lab work, you continued to get worse year after year? What if you woke up tired every morning no matter what time you went to bed? And what if you had to ask your oldest child to watch the younger two so you could lay down every day? What if you only had enough energy to do one errand a day, and sometimes not even that? What if you constantly told your children, no, we can't go to the park. No, we can't go to the aquarium. No, we can't go to the beach. Mama is too tired. What if every time your husband asked about planning a day trip or vacation, you asked, is there a place to lay down? What if your brain fog was so bad you could not read novels anymore, and you are an English teacher at heart? What if your sugar cravings were so bad you felt as if they controlled your life? What if you shook until you ate a heavy carb but then crashed with fatigue after? And what if you continued to put on large amounts of weight no matter the diet or the exercise plan you followed? What if you cried to your doctor that your fatigue and sugar cravings were so bad you felt helpless? What if he patted you on the back and told you it was the disease and you would always be that way? What if you started to become angry all the time and you did not know why? What if you began dropping your friends and when you visited your hometown, you hid in the house for fear of seeing someone? What if you became so hopeless you began to wonder if your husband and children were better off without you? What if you were so mortified by what you looked like You asked your husband to make sure there is a closed casket at your funeral so no one would see you. What if in 2014 your health became so poor you started writing letters to your children so they had them when you died? What if despite all that, you desperately wanted to get back in the classroom because you loved teaching, so you took a step of faith? What if you got a job teaching and you were so excited you felt like the world was coming back in focus, and then you remembered you have no energy to even work part-time? What if one day you cried out to God and gave him your body and asked him to use it however he wanted and give you the strength to obey? And what if a few days after that, a friend posted about Plexus? And what if you ordered? What if 8 weeks in, you were sure it was not working? What if you kept being consistent anyway? What if your kids hugged you and said, I like who you are now? And you started to have hope? What if at 3 months into Plexus, you only needed a 20-minute nap after work instead of 2 hours? And what if at 4 months you didn't need a nap at all? What if you can read novels again, and you can even grade essays and grade them really well? What if you are planning vacations and are confident you can go all day and have fun with your family without laying down? What if you can say yes to your children, we can do this, or do that, or go here, or go there, because you won't need a nap? What if now you have 2 jobs and find that the one you were never expecting, the one where you tell people about this amazing product and this amazing company, the job that you weren't looking for, you find is wonderful and fulfilling, and you love it too? What if your children are happier because you are happier? What if your husband says all the time, you amaze me, you amaze me? What if you now wake every day with joy? What if you are now planning for life instead of death? What if one day you looked up in the sky and thanked God for all the suffering and the pain? You thanked him for this disease because it and he has brought you this. To God be the glory.
Okay, we can all go home.
Yeah.
How do you follow that?
Yeah. How do you follow that?
I mean, truly, the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing is that I never knew Erin before Plexus. And truly, she's so many people removed from me, but I have just a tiny little part in her story. And for her entire life, her family's entire life to be changed forever. I mean, you don't have to pay me for that. Nope. But I do get paid.
So, in closing, we are absolutely in the right place at the right time. This product that is changing people's lives. And I used to take that phrase so lightly, like it didn't hold much weight. I heard people, well, these are life-changing products. But when you hear and when you have a tiny part in someone's testimony that it's truly changed their lives, that is why these sales have gone from $280,000 in 2009 to over $300 million last year. Because these products are changing people's lives. They do what they say they're going to do. And if there's nothing else that you walk away with tonight, I want you to walk away with belief that this company is an incredible business opportunity, and these products are changing people's lives. They do what they say they're going to do.
Can I just add, and you know, I think you see this rapid growth because the products work. You don't see that type of growth because it's failing the masses. It's working for the masses. And you'll see many, many health companies pop up in network marketing, and most of them close within the first 2 years. You can see we have a track record from 2008 until now, and we're growing exponentially, and we are a debt-free company, which means we have stability. That's why most companies close in a few years. And we can be safe and secure in knowing that things are only getting better with Plexus.
Absolutely. Just like she said, that growth, last year we debuted in the Inc. 500 list of the top 5,000 fastest growing companies in the United States. And we debuted at number 8, which is insane. We've never been on the list before. So that's not, just a proof that we're incredibly amazing company with a growth of like 16,000%. That's insane. We are backed by Morgan Stanley. We were, as far as I know, we're their only network marketing company, and we were chosen to be featured in Success from Home magazine last year. The entire issue was about us, so it's just incredible.
I just love that these are not Plexus people saying Plexus is awesome. These are third-party, reputable companies saying this is a company to look out for because they're really doing something.
And just finally, I keep saying it, but this is the right place at the right time. Plexus is absolutely a ground floor opportunity. If you look at this list, who do you know? Not only who do you know that, suffering from diabetes or chronic pain or, needs to lose weight, needs money. Who do you know in these states? Because these states are wide open. And California is only not up there because originally when we started there was one jewel in Northern California.
There was not a jewel when we first started.
Well,
she became a jewel when we went later.
Thank you. And now there are only 3 jewels in the state of California. We have over 38 million people in this state. If that's not the right place at the right time, I don't know what is. So many people. Even still, I started in January of last year, and I felt like, oh, nobody knows what this is. So exciting. I had the opportunity to tell people. I've been blabbing my mouth. We have this team full of 1,000 people or more, and I still meet people every single day that have never heard of Plexus at the blow dry bar. Neither of those girls have ever heard of Plexus. Completely wide open. We've been able to build these amazing teams because it's such a ground floor opportunity. It's the right place at the right time, and we just want to know if you'll be next.
This is my favorite quote when I think about truly summarizing what this all means. In network marketing, you will think the reward is the money, but the freedom will far outweigh the money, and in the end, it will be all about the lives that you change. And truly, I never needed to be rich. I never wanted to be rich. But I tell you, the freedom that I have to be able to stay at home with my baby girl is priceless. And to hear these stories of so many of you, where your lives are literally changed forever, that money can't buy that. And so that's just a summary of truly what Plexus is in their products and in their opportunity. And so with that, we want to invite our CEO, Tarl is here. So incredibly honored that he's here in California, that we get to host him for today. So he has some closing words that he'll share with us.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate both of y'all doing a great job tonight. More so, 4 days away from going into it's impressive. I certainly know most people would be out on stage, but why is she doing it? I know why she's doing it, because she loves what she does. That's great. Yeah. Ambassadors, we got Ambassador Tutter tonight. We truly appreciate y'all and honor y'all. This is my second time to LA, and we were out here last winter in the fall. Had a great time. Rooms getting bigger, growing even faster. California, definitely one of our fastest growing markets right now. So we love you guys and appreciate you and look forward to growing. They touched on it. What a huge market. Did you know Y'all are about the size of Canada. Canada has 2 million more people than California. So to say it's a market that's untapped in Plexus is an understatement. Yes. Yes, we appreciate you. Keep your hands down. Stay quiet. We appreciate you guys coming out. It's somebody sharing the product with you is what happened to them, and we appreciate you coming and taking a look. And I've been in your seat before as a guest at one of these events, and I have a good idea what you're feeling right now. And what you're probably feeling was like me is, I gotta find some new friends. You want me to go where on Secret of Mine? This is LA, come on, Secret of Mine. We've been talking about products and opportunity tonight, and we touched on some of the fast growth things that are going on and some of the accolades. The Inc. 500, we just got back from the group, the Direct Selling News, which does an award Global 100, and we were honored last year in 2013 and came in at number 6, and you all moved us up 20 slots this year to 56. So congratulations on that. We appreciate it much. You guys are continuing to grow. February, you guys did 12% more than you did in January in sales for the month. March went out and did another 10% on top of February. Yeah. So, appreciate that a lot.
That's awesome. Yes.
Many companies go out at the start of the year and say, how do we grow 10% this year? And we would be excited to hit that goal. And the exciting part has been how do you meet that challenge of providing something that we can do, that you all can go out and do it month after month, and that these products and the opportunities are ready for you. With some of these accolades, we've been asked, how'd you do it? How'd you go out and set up a company that could grow at, I think the Inc. quotes 16,000 and some percent when they quoted it. How do you grow that kind of, make those kind of leaps in 3 years? And it's similar to anything else. You got to go out and plan for it, and you got to invest. We as a company reinvest 40% of our pre-tax profits back into the company. And it's a funny thing. It's like anything else in life. You got to put in to get something back. And if I want more time in my life, the odd thing is I got to give some of it up to get it back. If I want some more money in life, I've got to invest some money. I got to give some money up to get it back. And we knew it was no different in business, and we made that commitment from the start and continued that commitment to the company because we think this is one of the greatest platforms and want to have this opportunity that's not only been a great growth story, but that remains the same. Along with the how is people ask us why. So why'd you go out and set to building this model when you could have went many other ways? There's, you could have went through info commercials. You could have went so many other channels other than network marketing. And my personal why is that I love this industry. I think it's a platform that offers something that's nowhere else out there in today's day and age. And literally, I was, both of my parents earned their full-time incomes in network marketing. My mother, as a single mother, I was a kid the 9-year-old setting up chairs on her Wednesday night meeting. And I sat there just enthralled at these people sharing stories about their lives being changed, some hope in their life, an opportunity that they didn't find somewhere else. And that's my personal why, and I know it's a why that's widely shared throughout our company, from inside the corporate office to our ambassadors who have been involved in network marketing and see something different here. They put up an income disclosure statement that we put out for actually some international regulations, but it shows the different variety of levels and what the annual income is at those levels. And we have any silvers in the room? Any silvers out here? Congratulations! It's a great jumping point. One of my favorite spots in
Well, I was gonna ask them, what that silver annual income was, but you already put it up there, so that's good. No, the silver annual income is $5,065, so approximately $5,000 a year. Yeah. And we've got a handful of silvers, and it's where you're jumping, and you're getting a jump start into your business. And on an annual basis, $5,000 can mean a lot. Now, if it was your annual household income, $5,000, you'd be broke, and that probably sucked. But that $5,000 was in addition to your household income. Might that make a difference in your life?
Yes.
Might $5,000 make a difference in somebody you know's life?
Yes.
Yeah. I know some people like that. Most of them are friends and family that don't listen to me. That's our thing. It's not funny that my friends and family don't listen. True. This is my favorite time of year, the opportunity tours. Right? I get to get out. Everybody's excited about an opportunity, excited about the new year, excited about maybe some weight loss. I do about 20 of these over the year, and about 15 of them come in the first quarter or a little after here, coming into May. These stories we hear, it's life-changing stories all the time. Somebody asked me the other day, do you ever get tired of hearing the same story over and over again? The same, I lost 25 pounds, I lost 30 pounds. I'm able to make my car payment, I'm able to send my kids to something. And, while the end result, I lost 25 pounds, I may have heard that before, but there's something inside that story that's different in each and every one of them. There was something inside that story that it took for that person in each and every one of those stories. It wasn't just that they woke up and took a drink every morning. It was that they made a change. They made a conscientious decision every day to do something different. And that's the great part about being out here and hearing these stories. And I started after that question, it kind of like, why am I being asked this question this person? So I started to think about these stories, and I found one reoccurring theme in them. One thing that kept coming up in these stories was there was a sense of purpose in all of them. That there was something about the story that relayed an additional sense of purpose that this person was getting. And whether they were a product user, an ambassador, an Emerald ambassador, all of them generally have a sense of, did you hear any of these stories up here today? Did any of them seem to have a sense of purpose to the story? It might have been covered up in something. They might not have came right out and said, I found more purpose here, but it's in there, it's buried. If you look through it, it's there. And I think that's one of the really neat things. And when I think about purpose, I say, well, ask myself, where can somebody go out and find some purpose? You got your family, religion, maybe a charity you work for. If you're really lucky, maybe at work you get a sense of purpose. And I think if you want to go out and find more purpose in life, I would say that's a challenge that's not readily available. And if you're lucky enough to have purpose, I would say the majority of people around you don't have the opportunity to go find more. They've got what's in their life, what's been brought to them, and that's the purpose that they're finding on a daily basis. But it's one of the amazing things, one of the things that I think is really special about what we're doing is folks are finding additional purpose. In closing, I'd like to let you know that we came and set out to build a company that not only could be explosive in growth, but would do things in a way that they could and should be done for this industry. And we feel like we're driving hard down that path. And if you're a guest here tonight, we invite you to get back with the person who invited you. But come take a look at what we're doing. And if you can add some more purpose to your life, wouldn't that be neat? I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. And we'll give it back to our ambassadors. Thank you.
With that, we are done. Woo, we want to thank you guys all for coming out tonight, especially on a Tuesday in LA on Cinco de Mayo. in LA. In LA. No one else understands us what the Southern California.
I had to take the 405. I had to take the
91. We just want to remind you, make sure you get your ticket, your parking pass validated and pay for it at the little thing in the back. And make sure you take some pictures in our photos, get your Maui band on, get your one Plexus on. Did you have anything else?
Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you, Glenn.
Practice my PowerPoint.
You did good. You did, no, you did fine.
Must have children.
Yes, they colored all over the screen. 4 and 2.